might not study Peach Blossom. The second, there are always many people around this person. Why do you see this person next to him? There are quite a few of them. I project them to be his treasures. Or in other words, this person really likes these kinds. Going to places with a lot of people, like parties, chatting, having fun. He really likes the feeling of being with many people. Why? It's actually to cover up his loneliness. Lonely, he probably believes that he needs because he is internally wounded. After breaking up and training, this person is emotionally intelligent. He needs to heal, but he doesn't know how to face this pain. He might use this kind of approach. Some external career paths, a public poison is a group of people's lies, trying to cover up their loneliness and pain. Let this person have a very good state, a smarter state. Often his actions from the outside, he is not willing to go. That is to say, he is willing to mix in the crowd, willing to, hey, all kinds of people may be more willing to chat now. Hey, like this feeling, but his past is lonely, very lonely. Then actually started to play, playing quite high, but quite lonely. And then there's this feeling that nobody can reach into his heart. You see what his inner feelings are, and then he leaves you. Does he regret it? He absolutely regrets it. You see, first of all, his inner feelings are a state that he presents outwardly. It's quite high, there's nothing wrong. I'm very high. It's just that. He's very happy, very joyful. This is just the exterior of a person, right? And looking at him, he seems quite alright, isn't he? But actually, when you look at him, you can feel his way of thinking. It's an illusion. He's like on a balloon. In fact, it's not real. The real him is under a lot of pressure.
That's all for
And you
this
see,
video.
the repression of his inner self is very depressing, very painful. It's really uncomfortable. In fact, he regrets it. This person regrets it because he wants to use his current gameplay. And it feels like this. In the darkness, it usually starts in the dark. Although the current state is not good, he would like to, just like your relationship, just like that rainbow, he is willing to reconcile again. Or say, let old Mao be reborn, but he feels
The food is so
it
good
is
at the bang
unlikely or
shop, you
very
just keep
difficult,
going.
like a child waking up in the dark room at night. For example, if you want to walk up that line, his character is unable to stay. These things. So does this person regret leaving you? He regrets it this time. But you see, he regretted it. He also has no willpower. What he actually wants inside is legitimate. He wants to be. Even if he feels being with you is tiring in this kind of relationship. It is indeed stupid. Put a lot of challenges inside. If he wants to choose to continue a relationship, he will still feel very tired and exhausted. But he is still willing to try and does not want to give up. Then the Ministry of Economy is positioning him to find a method. He's looking for a way, even though he thinks your relationship is difficult, because you two are people from two worlds who can't maintain peace. In his eyes, you are feeding life. Or you could say that there are many obstacles and challenges in your reality. I know that the two of you are actually in a state of risk-taking nerves. There are many states, and you can't achieve consensus at the spiritual level. But this person is looking for a way. Because he still has obsession with you, there are a lot of things he can't let go. He hasn't completely let go of you. But this person is currently in a state of being unable to pick up and let go. It's about Wang Qishan, the king of Rain Town's press conference. He participated in the evaluation, but was still dissatisfied with Wang Qishan's status. His inner desire is to make Wang Qishan climb up. If it used to have the protection of disconnection, this person, even when he is planning, his heart is scheming to start to begin to disconnect. But this person, he does not have the willpower. So basically, it's a state of internal consumption and entanglement that pulls oneself. So is the theme about his regrets. He absolutely has regrets, absolutely regretted. So he is not very willing to face his regret for you directly. So he tries. Just want to heal yourself in the crowd, but it seems that he can't face it. But he still feels that the many people's carnival is still suppressing the supposed discomfort in your public mind, right? Even the first group of defenses is destined. For the second group of babies, first give him 2 big cards. This person's current state is very bad. Notice that his mood is extremely depressed and anxious. That's a bit depressing. The Tower is not very willing to end this relationship. This person hasn't completely let go, and is also not very willing. The Tower always feels. It is true that you have reached this point in your relationship, because he is somewhat reluctant to let go internally. Then even though he is reluctant, I think your relationship is really a big obstacle because Steve is the result of a similar level of obstacle. This person has given up on your relationship. He has completely given up and he doesn't want to be paranoid anymore. And for instance, I feel that there are some unhappiness in the account-related relationships inside the organization. He said his current state is not good, so he has a lot of emotions surrounding him. Some are unwilling, some can't let go, some are struggling, some are depressed, and some are affected. Does he regret it? And being in relationships means whether he regrets it after leaving you. The answer is, so this person is pretty special. He is a person with strong reflection ability, should be very clever and wise card, because he thinks in your relationship, he became more sober after he left you.
It is very
Staring at the confusion, has been afraid, insecure. It's not because of the log, but after it comes down, it's really dirty. There's a feeling of really wanting it to come to the surface. After leaving you, he has reviewed your entire relationship. This is relatively, but there are some global views, and then it's relatively clear. Knowing that it doesn't matter, you can only move towards a state of breaking up. There are traces to follow. Who knows the reason? And then actually the moon is obviously fake. As for the relationship with America, there are third-party obstacles, or third-party interventions, no matter what this third party is, such as a person. For example, it could be parents or elders, or a relationship, or a long distance. The obstacles represented by this sketch are external, not your own. There are many external factors that have disrupted the progress of your relationship. Did you hear that tomorrow is Friday?
For this chapter.
He's like a depressed lover who can't get over it and hasn't come out of this thinking state yet. He is still a little unwilling to you, but this person, he longs for his emotional life to have a new beginning. Maybe this mentality is not necessarily the second, even though these are some worries. These worries are, in fact, this person did not regret. You see, he doesn't regret it, but his environment does cause him a lot of regrets and much sadness and depression. He didn't fully realize you were real, but he doesn't. Regret is this feeling. What is this person's inner talk to you? Actually, you see, just to mention, this photo is not taken by an individual wishing them to keep playing back and forth, non-stop. The past impressions between you. You are constantly playing back and forth in his memory. He's always imagining your past beauties, some charms, some attractive points, and some good places between you and him. He often recalls. This person often dwells on the past between you. You can't get out of your good memories. But at the same time, he will also feel this relationship, through your appearance, gave him some growth. This relationship has brought him growth. Actually, if he thinks like this, that is, if possible, he still hopes that you can talk about this topic like friends, even if you can't become lovers. No, it's this kind of feeling. This is a reminder for the second group report. Next, let's take a look at this person. Then a wave of yellow and yellow-green cards appeared. That is to say, this person has at least two aspects. He contradicted me. This person has a macho side, confident and domineering, right? Sometimes it may be domineering, and then there is a very confident controllability, a big person, and then super confident, but this person, in fact, is also very knowledgeable, well-cultured, and cultivated. This person either has a high education or is high. He's fast, and in these two aspects, he has a refined demeanor, giving off a scholarly vibe. Besides, this person is never short of people to chat with, and he has a baby. It's likely a leader or a teacher, a guide, that's a mentor. It's impossible because this person, what he is doing, he is in good condition, spreading and teaching to guide others. In other words, it's possible this person is a leader of the mainland, or this person is in. So, a mentor is someone who definitely spreads spiritual beliefs or some knowledge. That's the feeling. I don't know what he's usually like. This person is not lacking in popularity. Surrounded by many people, he should be a very popular and prestigious person. The kind of feeling is unobstructed. Then the state is not bad, can hold it, super confident, and then the energy state is also quite high, no problem, and the body is good. Welcome to come. Let's further examine his inner feelings and state. Actually, this person is quite developed. This person should be a person with high IQ and EQ because he is knowledgeable enough, and he is good, and then he is knowledgeable enough. He's highly perceptive, aware, and capable of controlling his emotions, but deep down, he's quite suppressed. After leaving you, he's still quite suppressed and quite tormented. Actually, he is a bit unwilling about this relationship. He wants to change the current state of this relationship. This person looks emotional and not too much. This is not very... He may surpass what he can do, but he's quite uncomfortable with the current relationship. He doesn't want to see this outcome. He's not quite satisfied, but he thinks he wants to change the current status of the relationship. He needs to give a lot. First of all, he needs the courage to do it. So after this person left you, does he have any regrets? Let me show you something. Why regrets? Can he guarantee that's the case? The result is this person is not very strong, right? And also very refined, but he still regrets. His mind is very clear. He regrets. Indeed, it seems that this person hasn't come out of the window of your relationship. He is still in a comprehensive relationship. He regrets it because there are some states he can't let go of, and they're not clean. This person has regrets, but as you see, Juves proves that this person is an extremely rational one, and he thinks a lot. He believes that there are many obstacles and challenges in your relationship in reality, and that it's not allowing him to move forward. If
he is afraid to move forward, it doesn't necessarily lead to good results. Although this is not clean, the action is not bad. But he has been thinking ever since he left you. There is a saying called 己非 you, yan zhi you le. This person, he will reflect, constantly reflecting, is my past self in this perspective? Is there really any comparison to you? The love you need is the love I give what you need. He is also reflecting, and what you give does not seem to be what I need. He is reflecting in this common pattern in this relationship. So it seems that you both have a burden on each other, but it seems like it's kind of a content, hard-working style of touching. That is to say, there's a kind of giving that's touching, but it's not what the other person wants. He's reflecting on this, and he really wants to communicate with you, but it seems this person can't follow along. It's this feeling that can't be done, but it can still be let go. It's very straightforward and consumes oneself. Even though this person is high in EQ and IQ, he still faces times of struggle, entanglement, and contradictions. So you can imagine your process in this human nature. You see, location is quite important. This is the information for returning to the third broadcast.